It's not the best summary ever, but that's what I'm giving. Here we go. Respect. It's on YouTube. It's on my YouTube. If you want a better summary, go watch YouTube. All right, here we go. No music. Oh yeah, I should probably turn the game audio down because it's pretty freaking loud. It's been several weeks since the club has officially started. I never know where to put my mouse cursor. Through their initial setbacks, the 3 club members so far, Monika, Sayori, and Yuri, have increased their collective bond within the club. Man, how many? It's been several weeks. Okay, so they've been at this for a while. It is really loud. I can turn it up a little bit for you guys and turn it down for me. There we go. Sayori has partaken in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all 3 of them, led by Sayori, have taken an interest in poetry. So, based on what I've learned now, knowing that MC is not supposed to be in the game at all, this is how the game was supposed to play out. And if it's not how the game is supposed to play out, then I think it's just going to be a prologue to the actual DDLC game, where Monika gains sentience and then wakes up and then starts fucking with everything. On a day like any other, the 3 find themselves suddenly interrupted by the clubroom door opening. And in walks a girl none of them have seen before. I love this song. Should I do my Natsuki voice that kills my throat, or Natsuki voice that does not kill my throat but isn't as funny? I'll start with the standard. Hi. It's still kind of hot. Turn down a little bit more. God, it was hot for a second, and then I turned it down a little bit, and it was just like just dropped really heavily. Sayori tugs excitedly at Monika's sleeve. Yuri shifts in her seat and buries her eyes in her book.
Are you here for the literature club?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Thanks for stopping by. It's kind of a small club still, so it's really exciting to see new faces.
Yeah! Flips the desk again. Come on, sit down anywhere. Fuck, I can't read. Come and sit down somewhere. You can sit next to my desk. Sayori prances over to her desk and presses her palms into it. Oh, and Yuri can make you some tea! I think I remember to turn up my voice mod for that. If not, it's gonna be fun in editing later. Yuri looks up at Sayori in protest for having drawn attention to her. Natsuki silently glances between everyone, then sits down next to Sayori. Monika follows by sitting nearby. My theory is exactly right. This is the way the game was supposed to be. Before Monika started fucking with it by screwing with the girls and adding in the character, the main character. Because Natsuki right now, this perfectly mirrors what happens when MC joins the club for the first time. Where Sayori's like, come on, you can sit down next to me or Monika, and then he sits down next to Sayori, and Monika sits nearby. It's a perfect mirror. Holy shit, that's fucking wild. Okay, I love that I noticed that. I'm so good at this shit. Okay, the sudden gathering prompts Yuri to stand up, deciding that standing in the corner and making tea doesn't sound so bad after all.
Okay then, how about we all introduce ourselves?
Okay.
Well, I'm Monika. I'm the one who started the club. I was originally in the debate club, but I really wanted to do something I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense. So I started the literature club as a way for people to express themselves through writing or reading or whatever other kind of literature.
You know, I figured it was your club. You have that vibe.
What? I have what vibe?
Oh, you know, like... Never mind. I'm not gonna judge people I just met like that. Very adult-like of you. I wish I had that filter. I do not have that filter at all. This is first time meeting a person just like, hi, you look like a piece of shit. Nice to meet you. I always judge people so hard.
Oh, no you don't, Sayori.
Yes, she does. Yuri's deadpan voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles.
I'm Sayori. I just like learning about everyone and making friends. Oh, and I also like poetry.
Oh yeah? Very adult-like of you.
I'm an adult.
Next time she flips a desk, someone's gonna be like, I need an adult, and she'll be like,
I am an adult.
The sound of Yuri's electric kettle steaming up fills the room.
Oh, that's Yuri.
Sayori lowers her voice.
She's kind of shy, but she's really nice and super smart. She likes big fantasy books and tea, and I love her.
Well, I guess that leaves me then, as I take a sip of water, because I can already feel the effects of this voice on my throat. This is my voice. Like a fucking Viking wannabe. Or a corpse impersonator. Natsuki with Corpse's voice would actually be really funny. I need to see Corpse play this game just so I can see Natsuki talk with that voice. I'm Natsuki. I like listening to music and hanging out downtown and stuff. And my favorite ice cream flavor is strawberry.
Ooh, let's get ice cream. My favorite flavor is probably...
Cookie dough? Or maybe chocolate?
It's cookie dough.
And Monica's is probably vanilla. So is mine, but I'm also a basic bitch. I'm sorry, Monica, you don't deserve that. The opportunity was too good to pass up.
What the heck?
I take way too many online quizzes. The ice cream ones are always accurate.
What's Yuri's favorite?
Natsuki shrugs. Probably green tea. I'm just joking. I have no idea for Yuri.
Still.
It's pretty chill here. Do you just like hang out or do you actually do club stuff?
Well, we do club stuff too. It just hasn't been very structured yet since we only have like 3 members. So we kind of just loosely spend our time doing the stuff we like. But I keep thinking it's about time we start with like some more structured club activities. It's been a while by now since I started the club, so yeah. Well, that being said, what kind of literature are you into, Natsuki? Anything you like the club to get into?
Well, I guess I'm... literature. Well, I like manga.
Manga? That's canon now. Monica is just going to pronounce it as manga every single time. That's what it's gonna be. Manga?
Hey, why'd you say it like that? You didn't even say it right. What the fuck? It's pronounced mango.
I want to read a manga in the club.
Wait, hold on a second.
That sounds so great. Like after all I've been doing all this,
Yuri returns to the desk with a tray of teacups, which she sets down on an empty desk.
After all of the deep and immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't mind doing something a little more simple.
Manga isn't simple. If you think that, you just don't understand the nuance.
I didn't mean simple like that.
Well, anyway, putting manga aside, it's not even that funny, but it's funny to me. Putting manga aside, is there any other kind of literature that you're interested in?
Well, not really.
In that case, have you considered the anime club? Ooh, oof, oof.
Oof. Oof. I see what's happening here. Respect has to come not just from Monica, but also from Natsuki. Both sides must learn to respect one another.
In that case, have you considered the anime club?
Are you serious? I'm not gonna join the anime club. It's full of weird guys. Come on, is it that big of a deal? Manga's literature, right?
I mean, I guess if you consider the literal definition of literature, then technically...
I get it. Look. I'll do whatever club activities you want. Can I please just join? I won't bother anyone. If I can just, like, keep my manga here and hang out after school, I'll do literally whatever you want me to do. but I will throw a fit if you try to make me read at a festival. That's fine, right?
Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my god, thank you. You're the best. I have most of it crammed into my locker, so I'm gonna start getting it, okay? Natsuki stands up.
Need some help?
Nah, I got it. I don't want you to see my locker.
If you say so, there's no way it's worse than mine.
I hope we never find out then. Natsuki exits the club room, leaving everyone in silence, save for the sound of Yuri sipping her tea. Time for another cup. Just the thought of her, like, them talking back and forth with Yuri in the background, just loudly, just sipping on her tea. Just fucking kills me.
I'm such a pushover.
Oh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite thing. Okay. Oh, okay.
Hey, it's not that bad. Natsuki seems like a lot of fun.
Maybe, but I mean, she has like no actual interest in literature, you know? And that's normally fine, but she said she would participate in club activities like it's some kind of obligation.
Her tea is going to get cold.
Yeah. Wait, that's not related.
Well, I think everyone deserves a chance. Especially if we can bring her happiness. Besides, maybe she'll take a liking to literature.
Are you
sure you just don't want to read her manga, Siri?
Hey, who do you think I am?
Sorry, I didn't mean that. I just feel really uneasy about this. Do you have any opinion, Yuri?
Not particularly. She said she wasn't going to bother anyone. That includes me, so...
Does that mean I bother you?
No, you're a pleasure to be around.
I was just fishing for a compliment.
I know.
But still, I really think we should give her a chance.
Yeah, alright. But I really am gonna start enforcing club activities.
I'm willing to cooperate. Suddenly, the three of them hear a thump against the door. I think I can do better than that. Move the keyboard back a little bit.
What was that?
Sayori stands up and walks over to the door, then opens it. Thank you. Carrying 3 boxes of what is presumably manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before slowly bending over and dropping the stack onto the floor as gently as she can.
That's quite a collection.
Sayori giggles in excitement. While catching her breath, Natsuki replies, "There's still one more box. I can put them away myself. I know how to organize them." Monika anxiously glances between Sayori and Yuri. Is this really okay for the club? Maybe it's what she needs to really kick the club into gear before everyone gets too complacent. It seems like things are finally going to start getting more serious. And finally, we have all the girls in place. All the girls are here. The only girl not here was us. I could beat him in a fight, that makes him a girl. I could beat up MC in a fight. Look at the MC. MC doesn't look like shit. And that means I could easily kick his ass. What's wrong with me today? I don't know what's up with me right now. At the next club meeting, Monika's the first to arrive. I have a little booger. Fuck, hang on. Okay. Yeah, there we go. No, it's still there. Damn it. It's like one of those wet boogers. It's like really, really far up, really deep, so like you can't get to it. Unless you're willing to like pick your nose and be that guy who picks his nose. Ah, damn it. Okay. At the next club meeting, Monika's the first to arrive. I just realized I did not eat before the stream once again. Actually, no, that's not true. I did eat, but I just didn't eat enough. I'm always hungry during stream. I can't help it. But ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed.
Why am I so nervous?
Monika paces, trying to figure out her feelings. Been there, done that. Literally, if I'm not doing anything at all, I'm usually just pacing in a circle around the house. Just the way I'm built. Built different, I guess. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? While Monika thinks, the club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box.
I'm definitely forcing the smile.
And so am I. Monika forces a smile as Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Maybe, Monika, the atmosphere of the club has changed because you're unwilling to accept this new friendly face. I mean, friendly might be a little bit strong of the word, but... I don't know if friendly's totally accurate, but, like, she's not bad. Natsuki forces one in return. There you go. Oh, you know what? Here's the thing, though. Monika also didn't really have a lot of respect for Natsuki and her collection in the club in the first place, in the main game. It was a lot less, it was more subtle than this, but you can kind of tell if you just kind of read into it a little bit closer. So I wonder if in this version of events that is going to get resolved completely, where they just kind of have mutual respect for one another. Excuse me. Be really interesting to see.
Need help?
No, I got it. Monika awkwardly tries to start some kind of conversation, but fails. Curious, she peeks into the closet where Natsuki is stashing all of her manga. Once dull with school supplies, the shelves are now vibrant with bright colors and cute-looking artwork.
You know, the top shelf is pretty empty. Maybe we could keep it up there?
I can reach up there. That'd be so inconvenient.
Yeah, but...
Monika sighs.
The teachers are going to ask what all this manga is doing in here, and I have to tell them it's for the literature club.
So? Monika backs off and slumps into a desk. With this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past few weeks is being sucked right out of the room. Good afternoon! Flips a desk. Sayori spins into the club room. She does the spinning suplex on the desk. She does like she shot puts a desk across the room. Right out the window, 100 yards, new personal best. Oh, I see someone's in a good mood. Did you see how far I shot that desk?
Yeah, because I have this.
Sayori brandishes a cookie rep. It is! It literally is just it's the event of the first game, but without MC. The timeline of events just lines up perfectly. Sayori brandishes a cookie wrapped in plastic. Yeah, Natsuki is kind of like a mirror of the protagonist. Because there was talk of cookies before. Or maybe I'm just looking into this too deeply, but like there's a lot of parallels that you can draw. It's really interesting.
I found some money and got a cookie.
Where'd you find the money?
In someone's pocket. Ooh, that's so pretty!
As Sayori trots over to the closet, the colorful shelves catch her eye. Like a baby, like a little infant, she's drawn the colorful things.
Which one do I start with?
Well, you can start by giving me a bite of that cookie.
No way! I saved up all my luck to find that money.
If you want entry into my kingdom, you need to pay the tax, peasant.
Boo.
Defeated, Sayori unwraps her cookie and breaks up a piece for Natsuki. Then, Yuri silently walks into the club room. Monika glances at her with pleading eyes. Yuri returns a quick nod of understanding.
Well, everyone's here now.
Despite the club only having one more person than before, it somehow feels twice as lively.
Okay, so I think today we should go over some potential club activities and see which ones we want to do first. We have 4 members now, so it'd be great. If we found some stuff to do as a group. Does that sound good, everyone?
I agree. That was much better reading of that. I agree.
Okay, so I have some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too.
Well, I've been having a lot of fun learning about everyone else's interests. Maybe we can give each person a day to share their favorite kind of literature with everyone else?
Well, maybe. Something tells me that...
Monika glances at Yuri and Natsuki, who both appear very unwilling to even consider each other's interests. It already starts. It already begins.
Maybe we can try to come up with something that everyone can enjoy equally? Like we all vote on a book to read or something like that. I think we should all collectively try to expand our interests rather than just stick to the things we're all familiar with.
Why does it feel like I'm being targeted here?
Natsuki, didn't you say you would go along with whatever the club wanted to do?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't make it okay for you to ignore everyone else's preferences. I like Sayori's suggestion.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but...
Monika's voice trails off. Although she let Natsuki join the club, Monika finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her demands. She doesn't need... you don't need to relent, but you don't necessarily need to, shut her down completely. You yourself said you wanted to hear everyone else's ideas. I think Monika's still kind of working through her perfect vision of the club. Which I kind of get, because it's very hard to have things change on you at the last minute. I love this, though. It's so interesting to see the game from this perspective. I love these side stories far more than the original, that's for sure. I like this more than Blue Skies, honestly. Nah, I can't say that. I think I would have to say I like both of these equally for different reasons. Although she let Natsuki join the club, Monika finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her demands. If Natsuki doesn't respect the club, why should Monika have to yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything? She might respect the club more if you respected her, but respect is a two-way street, yo.
Natsuki, are you sure that you don't have any other literature interests you could share at the club? I swear, I don't mind if you keep your manga in here, but I just...
Natsuki cuts Monika off by suddenly standing up. Well, it's obvious that I'm not wanted here, so I'm just gonna leave. But I really would have appreciated you being more upfront about it.
Okay, I think you're kind of jumping to conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want.
Oh, that glare, though. That was the saddest angry glare I've ever seen. Natsuki shoots Monika a quick glare before walking straight out of the room.
Oh no.
Sierra runs after her, leaving just Monika and Yuri. For the second time today, Monika slumps down into a desk.
Why am I such a jerk? No, she's a jerk. She's just making me feel this way.
Monika looks up at Yuri, seeking affirmation. Yuri looks away.
She probably just went around looking for the smallest club she could find, fuck. She probably just went around looking for the smallest club she could find so that she doesn't have to participate. How does she expect me to give her respect when she has no respect for the club? Am I wrong, Yuri?
I'm not good at these things. Monika sighs.
Me neither. I just have no idea what to do. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I feel like it's not wrong to enforce the club vision. You know, like, people should join because they want to express their passion for literature, or at least develop it. So, maybe she's not a good fit for the club after all.
Monica sits in silence, afraid to accept her tentative conclusion. Yuri looks tense, but she doesn't seem to want to add anything. I mean, my opinion has always been on these sorts of things that, like, you shouldn't always go with the flow, of course. You shouldn't always bandwagon, but as the president, if Monica feels the needs of the club shifting in a direction, then it's not necessarily bad to follow that direction. You know what I mean? Like, I have respect. Like, the thing is, there are so many games that I've talked about in the stream before that I just don't give a shit about. Like, I don't care about the genre, but I talk about them because I just like games. I don't play every kind of game out there, but I love all of them collectively because I just love gaming. I'm a gamer. So, like, even if you don't like manga, you can I feel like she can kind of agree that it is a form of literature. It is a book. It's not like she brought, like, hentai into the club. Anyway.
You can... Sorry, you can go back to reading. I know this doesn't concern you.
It does.
It does? How?
Well, I just can't comfortably read in an atmosphere where the peace has been disturbed.
Oh. Well, great. I'm just reading the whole club then. Awesome.
That's not an accurate conclusion to make.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of voicing my frustration, and I guess guilt. It's like my frustration wants to blame her, but my guilt wants to blame me. Why is it the hardest to be rational during the times you need it the most?
I don't think you're being irrational. I think Natsuki is. She has no authority to walk in here and make demands of the club, your club. Something as ridiculous as manga has no place here. The fact that you're even storing it for her should make her completely indebted to you. I don't like that. I don't like the way she said that. At all. That just sounded extremely pretentious.
Well, you're right, but no, except no, you're not. I'm hijacking this. I don't know. Isn't it kind of harsh to say things like it's ridiculous and it has no place here?
Do you not feel the same way? You've been doing everything you can to avoid associating the club with it. So I assumed you felt the same way about it.
That's not true. Well...
Recalling her confrontations with Natsuki, a realization starts to set in.
You may be right. I mean, if it was anything besides manga... Sorry, I mispronounced it there. I mean, if it was anything besides manga, would I really be acting like this? Maybe I've just been convincing myself that it has nothing to do with the manga. I'm really upset that I would let myself do that.
With a sigh, Monica walks over to the closet. She finds herself staring at the colorful shelves.
It's just... This really wasn't what I had in mind for a club about literature. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that.
Monica starts defending her position once again. It's a complicated issue that Monica had failed to consider before now. Where is the line even drawn at what's considered literature? Lost in thought, she reaches into one of the larger box sets and pulls out a volume, inspecting it for no particular reason. It's Parfait Girls. Fucking called it! The cover features 4 girls striking cute and exaggerated poses, all dressed in short skirts.
Yeah, I mean...
Amused by the absurdity of the cover, Monica opens the book. Is that where it ends? Okay, that's part 1. Yeah, best girl. Boop. Love it. I'm curious to know what these other CGs are going to be, because we only have 4 more side stories, and there's 6 CGs here. I also need to speedrun the game a few more times to get the rest of the secret poems. Plus, there's a few backgrounds I'm missing, as it turns out. Is there anything else new? No. Whoa, what's this? When did they get this? Oh, yeah, it's right. I deleted Monica to try to get the Easter egg. Artwork drawn by Sachi to celebrate Monica's birthday in 2020. Aww. Cute. I love it. Delete Monica for the 2nd time. I love this picture. That's adorable. They're all just chilling at home. I did not see Monica as the type of person to wear this kind of sweater. I don't know what you would call that, but it's nice. I like those sweaters. What was the new song we got? I don't know, and I don't think I ever will, because I think I scrolled through it. Well, anyway. Let's wrap up Respect. This sucks. Why is Monica such a jerk? She should be grateful that I even joined her stupid club. It's not like she can find any members.
Monica's usually really nice. She cares so much about everyone in the club and being happy.
Yeah, right.
Well, she usually does.
Maybe when she's not busy being so judgmental. So what if I'm in the manga? Why can't just one person accept that instead of being so condescending about it?
I accept it. I think it's cute.
Oh, come on. That's condescending too.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I just want to support you.
Natsuki sighs. I know. Thanks. It just really sucks.
Do you want me to talk to Monica?
I don't know. It's not like it's gonna change her opinion of me. Like, even if you were to convince her to back off, that wouldn't suddenly make me feel like I'm actually welcome in the club. I should just find another club.
Wait, you don't have to do that. We can figure this out, please. I mean, I'm the vice president, or at least I think I am. And I don't want you to leave. Everyone deserves to feel welcome and to be happy, so I want to make that happen. For you. I was wondering, what was the reason that you decided to join the literature club?
Well, Natsuki hesitates. It's kind of dumb.
Oh, don't say that. There's no such thing as a dumb reason when everyone is welcome.
I wasn't welcome.
You were to me. So...
Just don't tell anyone, okay? Especially Monica.
I promise.
Natsuki sighs. I'm just tired of everyone judging me all the time. I can't enjoy any of the stuff I'm into without people making snotty comments about it. Not that I care about what anyone else thinks. But you know, the signs for the literature club said that you can be yourself or whatever. Excuse me. So I decided it was at least worth a shot. But that was a lie, apparently. Natsuki dejectedly kicks the toe of her shoe against the wall and stubs it. and it feels like she's dying. Ah, fuck! And I like writing too. I got over that quickly.
Really? How come you didn't say that to Monica?
Because she was being so judgmental that I didn't just want to tell her something she wanted to hear. She didn't deserve that kind of satisfaction. And if she knew I was into writing, then she would just be like everyone else and try to push me away from the manga in favor of the more mature thing. The two of them remained silent for a while. Sayori understands that it's out of the question for Natsuki to return to the club room for today, at least. But Natsuki has a reason for wanting to join the club, just like everyone else. It's part of the club vision for her to be welcome.
You deserve to express yourself as much as everyone else does. That's supposed to be what the club is for. So... I'm going to do everything I can to fix this. I promise!
It's lunchtime the next day. The cafeteria and the hallways are all bustling with students rushing to meet with their friends and make the most of their limited break time.
Where could she be?
Among them is Monica, who always eats lunch in her classroom, but she has some additional business today. Fearing Natsuki would avoid coming to the club, Monica decided to try to find her during lunch so that she could make amends. After searching for an extensive time, Monica's chasing her down. I love this. This is great. After searching for an extensive time, Monica finally spots her. Despite her short stature, Natsuki's bright hair helps her stand out from the crowd.
Oh gosh.
Suddenly feeling awkward, Monica is afraid to get closer. Natsuki's with some friends whom Monica doesn't recognize, and they're all energetically chatting together. It would be really tactless to just interrupt them. Oh yeah, did you end up joining that literature club or what? Huh? Of course I joined. Why wouldn't I? I told you she'd join. Actually, friend 2 needs a different voice. I told you she would join. Come on, you know she only joined because you wouldn't stop giving her crap at the anime club. I told you I never even wanted to join that stupid club. Oh, sure. Well, you have to give her some credit for at least making an effort to finally grow past that trash. True. Well, congrats on finally graduating middle school, Natsuki. We're proud of you. Shut up! Just let me do my thing. I'm just joking. You know we love you. Yeah, once the literature club makes you a famous writer, we'll be the first ones to buy your book. Her voice just changed dramatically and I don't care. What, you're gonna buy her smutty fanfiction? Well, obviously, I want a signed copy. That was like years ago. You don't think I've outgrown out of it by now? I told you I was joking. Besides, short voice. God damn it, I can't keep my voices consistent. There's too many voices. I have a lot of practice with the four girls, but like not these characters. I told you I was joking. Besides, it's a good reminder of how far you've come since then. Not to mention you couldn't have done it without us. That gives us a pass to joke about it. Yeah, sure. They grow up so fast, it brings a tear to my eye. Natsuki suddenly glances in Monica's direction, prompting Monica to quickly turn away and distance herself. No, don't do that!
What the heck? That was horrible. That was horrible. I should have said something to defend her. Why do I have to be so conflict avoidant? God damn it, I'm talking to myself for the 500th time. Not that I deserve to say anything. I'm hardly better than them after the way I treated her. I'm so awful. I'm not doing anything right.
After school ends, Monica distractedly makes her way to the club room. She finds Yuri already inside, eyes on a book as usual. As I take a drink of my water. Monica picks a desk and slumps into it, something she seems to be doing rather often lately.
Yuri, I don't think I can be club president. I suck at handling anything that doesn't go, like, exactly my way.
Yuri looks up from her book.
It's like, the literature club is a place where you get to express yourself, and unless it's in a way that I don't like, I'm so mad at myself. And I'm especially mad that I didn't have the self-reflection skills to realize what I was doing. So much for maturity. Sorry, I really shouldn't be complaining out loud like this. There's just, like, a lot on my mind.
No.
Hmm?
I enjoy listening.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Stop making me switch voices so much.
Yuri shrugs. It just makes me feel nice. I keep losing the breath in this. One day I will be consistent with my voices. To be fair, knowing that voice acting can be kind of difficult, I can tell you all that voice acting up to 5 different characters at any given time is actually really difficult, and I'm impressed that I do as well as I do. It's a miracle to have any consistency in the voices whatsoever.
Oh, well, okay. I guess I'll just continue then.
Yuri nods.
Yeah. Well, Natsuki's kind of a blunt attitude, you know? It made me feel like she wasn't taking the club seriously. I couldn't even figure out why she wanted to join. I saw her friends talking to her in the hallway during lunch. They were just so mean to her. Telling her to grow up and stuff like that. That the literature club would help her grow out of her manga. It just made me so mad. Like, just let her enjoy it. It makes her happy. Why are you trying to take that away from her? And when I had that thought, it was when I came to the realization that I was kind of doing the same thing, just in a roundabout way. I should have made her feel good about being passionate about something, but I just dismissed it. No, I was actually trying to avoid acknowledging it at all. I even did that with you, Yuri, when you first joined the club.
You did?
Yeah, I remember. Fantasy isn't really my thing, so I was kind of trying to dismiss it, but then Yuri jumped in and took over the conversation. I should have reflected on that, but I didn't, because I just let Sayori handle it instead. And now, I'm repeating the same mistake, except I really hurt someone this time.
Monika shakes her head.
I'm so tired of being afraid of things I'm not comfortable with. It's so stupid. Like, I can just picture how much joy it would bring Natsuki if I let her share her passion a little. I'm so angry that her friends were treating her like that. I'm going to get them back for it.
Get them back? Fix your voice, FG. Get them back?
Yeah. I'll get them back. By making sure this is the literature club that Natsuki wants, not the one that they want.
Suddenly, Sayori bursts through the door, making Monika and Yuri jump. With a rare, stern face, she marches over to Monika's desk and sits down next to her.
I'm having an intervention! I can do that because I'm vice president.
Is this about Natsuki?
Yes!
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, I know. I messed up. I'm super sorry. I was just talking to Yuri about it.
Really?
I was so dismissive of her passion that she felt threatened and probably just unwelcome. Literally the opposite of what the literature club is supposed to be. I really need to make it up to her.
Oh. Yeah, I did it!
And then she just like sets the desk right side up.
Thanks for the intervention, Sayori. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Friendship wins again! So, how do you want to make it up to her?
I have a plan. Sayori, do you know if Natsuki is coming to the club meeting today?
I don't think she is.
I see.
Monika was afraid of that, not because of her plan, but because she's facing the consequences of the damage that she's inadvertently caused. But the only way to do the right thing is to face it head on. It's so easy to just duck away from conflict and wait for it to blow over. That's exactly what I do. But that's not enough. To truly respect someone's feelings after you've hurt them is to face them and admit your wrongdoing. Not the wrongdoing of mismanaging the club, but the wrongdoing of disrespecting Natsuki's feelings.
Okay, do you think you can get her to come to the meeting tomorrow?
I can do that.
Okay, awesome. Yuri, you don't have to worry about anything, but thank you for being my friend. You're a good listener.
Fidgeting with her hair, Yuri turns away to hide a smile. I'm not Yuri's biggest fan or anything, but when Yuri does her little shy smile, it always makes me happy.
Well, I guess for today it's going to be a pretty quiet club meeting. I'm going to step out for a bit. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm just gonna read with Yuri. Hey, is this one of Natsuki's books? How come it's out here?
Sayori picks up a manga that was resting on it. Sayori picks up a manga that was resting on an adjacent desk.
Oh, that? Natsuki probably just left it out by accident.
But I thought she has been coming to the club.
Actually, Monika's been...
Okay, Yuri, I'm sure it was just someone else who was using this club event, okay?
Monika smiles at them both. Then, with a wave, she exits the club room. The club room. I can enunciate words and speak English.
I really shouldn't have left that out. If Sayori catches on, she'll definitely tell Natsuki, and that would get really awkward. Now, I wonder if there's a keyboard I could borrow from the music room. Oh?
Oh? What is your plan, Monika? Why? Okay. I had an idea of maybe what her plan was, and then she mentioned getting a fucking piano from the music room. What is she plotting? My god! The time for the next club meeting has already arrived. Monica and Yuri are the first to arrive.
I'm so worried. Do you think Sarah's going to be able to bring Natsuki?
Yes.
How do you know?
Well, she's Sayori.
You know, you're right.
Time slowly passes. Monica sits, then stands up to pace around, then sits again. Yuri's eyes don't move from her book. Then, the door finally opens. Sayori marches inside. Behind her, Natsuki shuffles inside, nervously looking around the room.
We're here!
Welcome back.
Monica, the club president, stands up and greets them with a smile. Sayori picks her desk and takes a seat. Natsuki sits closely next to her. Looking back and forth between the club members, Monica is struck with a nostalgic feeling. As if maybe she's done this already before? Mayhaps? That'd be an interesting plot twist. If chronologically in real-world time, this was taking place after the events of the first game. She would stand at the front of the club room just like this, struggling to picture just who may eventually be sitting before her. But imagination was never enough to predict just how unique and diverse each member would be. Each with her own struggles, her own reasons for seeking the vision that Monica had, admittedly so vaguely advertised. Seeking trust, understanding, respect. What new lessons will the future hold for the Literature Club? Realizing she's getting ahead of herself, Monica takes a deep breath and returns to the present. Oh, there's the line!
Okay, everyone! The Literature Club is starting. We have an activity plan for today.
Monica turns around to face the chalkboard. On it, she writes manga in big letters.
Today, we're going to learn from an expert about a unique form of literature. Manga. I'm pronouncing it manga because it's showing character growth.
Oh, come on! Isn't this kind of forced? I don't actually want to do this, so just... Monica shakes her head.
Natsuki.
This is the hardest part. After making it this far, it would be so easy to just smile and move on. But that's not enough. Not this time.
I'm sorry. It was wrong of me to not take you seriously when you were kind enough to show interest in my club. I thought about it, and I realized how biased I was against manga. It caused me to disrespect you, and I'm sorry. But I think you deserve to be able to share your passion with us. So, can I make it up to you?
Well, thanks, but... And they're only doing this because Sayori told you to.
Wait, that's not true! Monica planned this all by herself! I didn't even get a chance to talk to her!
I was witness to that as well.
This is the Literature Club. The Literature Club is a place where everyone gets to be themselves. We all have our own interests and our differences. It's my vision to let us freely express that. And it's my goal to respect everyone for them. What? And, okay, I had to think about that for a second. And it's my goal to respect everyone for them. So I just want to learn about the things that make you happy. I think that you deserve to share that. I need water. Someday my Kajillion voices will be all consistent. Okay, everyone. I think you deserve to share that joy as much as everyone else does. Is that okay?
Natsuki looks away and hesitates. But... it's really dumb. The stuff I'm into. Monica smiles. She kneels in front of Natsuki's desk, looking her straight in the eye.
If you like it, then it's not dumb.
Oh, except for me!
Sayori, you're not dumb either.
What the heck? You guys are so weird. Fine, I'll show you some of my manga. Only because you admitted that it's literature after all. Aw, character growth. Natsuki stands up. Oh yeah, I didn't say this before, but... I'm actually in the writing too. I'm kind of a pro. But I didn't want you to like me just for that.
Wow, really? I really did have you all wrong, Natsuki.
Yeah, whatever. Today's not about that anyway, right? It's about manga, so I hope you're ready. A week has passed since Natsuki returned to the literature club. Since then, the club activities have been in full swing. Each club member had received a day in the spotlight to share all of their favorite kinds of literature with each other. As another meeting draws to a close, Monika approaches Natsuki on the way out.
Natsuki, are you in a hurry or blah, blah, blah. Natsuki, are you in a hurry home or anything?
Me? Not particularly. Why?
Oh, there was just something that I wanted to show you if you had a few minutes.
Sure, what is it?
It's not in here. Can you follow me to the music room?
This plan was really deep. This is like a week's worth of planning, man. Holy shit. The music room? Why?
Well, you'll see.
Hey, new background, let's go.
You know, I was thinking back. When the club was just me and Sayori, we would talk about how we envisioned the club to turn out. We cared a lot about it being a place where people could express themselves. And she said something strange to me. She said that I was trying to make the club that I needed myself, more than anyone. But I think it wasn't until you joined that I fully understood that. Because you really taught me a lot about myself, like things that I was probably always too stubborn to admit.
Oh, come on, you can't mean that. I didn't even do anything. First time seeing this game. Who stabbed who and who's hanging? Plot twist. That isn't happening. This is DDLC plus side stories. Which are... I don't know if they're canon with the main game or not. They're very interesting, though. If you have not seen this game before, though, man, I would suggest not watching this stream. I would go check out... I would either go get the main game yourself and check out like the main playthrough of the game, and then maybe if you don't feel like paying for this game, just hop on my YouTube channel. And I have all the side stories we played through so far up there as of this morning. I swear to fucking God, if it's just straight up a dating sim now. It is not. Here's a spoiler alert for you. The MC character wasn't even supposed to exist in the game. Monika created them. MC is not in these side stories at all. This is like what the game was possibly supposed to be. Just like a visual novel. It's not even a dating sim. There is no romantic anything. It's more like a slice of life anime, which I'm all about. But anyway, I let Chad interrupt you in a very touching emotional moment. So let's continue. Let me read a few lines back to build the energy back up. Nah, spoil everything for me. I cannot be bothered playing it myself. I don't even care if you play it, man. It's like you should. It's just something you should experience. It's one of those games that's like an experience to play on your own. It is, and the DDLC Plus is even more meta than its predecessor, and I love it. But yeah, so far in these side stories, no murder, no homicide, no suicide, no self-realization or awakenings. It's just been straight literature club. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going down, though. I don't even know where to start. All right.
I'm gonna quickly read through this. We cared a lot about it being a place where people could express themselves, and she said something strange to me. She said I was trying to make the club that I needed myself, more than anyone. But I think it wasn't until you joined that I fully understood that, because you really taught me a lot about myself. Like, things that I was probably always too stubborn to admit.
Oh, come on. You can't mean that. I didn't even do anything. I just, brought a bunch of manga, and then I got fussy when I didn't have my way. It was really stupid of me to make such a big deal out of it.
No, I honestly needed it. I have an eyelash in my eye and it's really fucking bugging me. Oh, that's disappointing. What's disappointing? Fuck it, I'm just going to Google the plot. You can do that's fine. You can do that too. Hey, if you just want to be spoiled, then go ahead and be spoiled. I love this game to death. It's my favorite game of all time, so that's why I'm just like very staunch and like, you should play it yourself. Anyway, if you didn't express that you weren't heard, I would have never realized that I did something wrong. Besides, your feelings are valid. They deserve to be heard and respected, which is the title of this side story.
It's just really hard to feel that way sometimes. You know, like, I really shouldn't care about what other people think in the first place, but when you're just so criticized by everyone around you for being a certain way, it can get really hard to just brush it off. And it makes me start to feel like I'm the problem. Like, I'm not doing enough to please everyone else. Am I being too entitled if I just want people to like me without me having to hide a bunch of stuff about myself? I don't think I am. I just wish that sometimes people would try to appreciate me for who I actually am. As Monica listens, she recalls vividly how Natsuki's friends were treating her, and how naturally they did so. How long has she been fighting against that, refusing to change for others?
I could only wish I was as strong as you are, Natsuki. You're so honest with yourself. I'm like always trying to come off as perfect for other people. Anytime there's like a hint of contention, I just crumble. But it's thanks to you that I really started thinking about this stuff. You really inspired me to start working on it.
But well, like I said, I didn't even do anything.
You were just being yourself. That's all you needed to do. Also, there's something else.
Hmm? Monica takes a breath.
The thing is...
Here's the results for the original. Yeah, this game's not even a week old yet, man. All right, if you want a quick summary of the plot, okay? As fast as I can, all right? Quick summary of the plot so far for the side stories, all right? All right, let's get back into the story. I always get distracted by chat.
Also, there's something else.
Hmm? Monica takes a breath.
The thing is... I might have read a little bit of your manga.
What? You? What the heck? Why didn't you tell me?
I'm sorry, I think I just felt, like, kind of embarrassed to admit it, after it gave me such a hard time about it.
I can't believe of all people... Well, we're reading manga, but... words. I can't believe you, of all people, were reading manga behind my back. That's so funny.
Yeah, well... I just flipped through one of them out of curiosity, but I ended up reading a whole bunch of it. But I mean, one of the characters was in a literature club. What are the chances, right?
You're reading Parfait Girls? Wow, you have good taste.
Just one volume. And I kind of just picked it up out randomly.
Well, you have good intuition then. You have to tell me all your favorite parts.
Well, I think it was some kind of weird fate. Because the character isn't just in a literature club. She also plays piano. It's just weird, because I've always wanted to learn piano. She was like the perfect person that I always wish I was, if I just did what I wanted instead of always second-guessing myself.
Monica walks over to the piano and sits down. Aww. It's the first CG in the side stories where no one's crying yet. Yet. They're gonna be crying soon. Someone will cry. I'm hoping the crying pattern just kind of continues throughout. Because when you cry, I cry.
I always felt like I should only share the absolute best parts of myself. The parts that will impress people or make them like me more. But after you join the club, I really realized how self-destructive that mentality is. We share things because we want to express ourselves. Sharing experiences allows us to share emotions. And I just felt like I wanted to show you this. Because if it wasn't for you, I never would have started playing.
Hey, I think the credit for that one goes to Parfait Girls, not me.
No. Well, maybe it's true that Parfait Girls put the thought into my head. But it was still you who inspired me to keep practicing every day.
Every day?
Because, you know, you just make me feel like if I want to do something, I should just do it. I mean, I still haven't been practicing for very long. This is exactly the same as what she says at the end of the game. Natsuki really does mirror the protagonist in the side stories. Oh my god, I love shit like this! This is my jam! This is my jam. And I'm really not any good at it yet, like, at all. But I wrote a song for the club, and I worked really, really hard on it. It doesn't have any words or anything, but, well, yeah.
Yeah, turn it up a little bit. Is that a lemon? I love it. Aw, it's going back through. This is, I feel like this is like the end of season 1, you know what I mean? And then the next 3 are gonna be season 2. Because this feels very conclusive, but it's not the end of the side stories. Well, this is nice. The pouty story is one of my favorite things. I wish I could make that an emote and feel good about it, but I feel like I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't just like cut out the pouty face and upload it. So that also might get me into some legal trouble. And they also take the time to show the struggles too, that's nice. I will allow this. That's nice. No one cried. Let's go. Johnson & Johnson, no tears. Don't cry, Natsuki. You can break the record. You can break the pattern.
That's all.
That was so good.
It was?
Yeah, are you kidding? You're like already a pro.
I'm not even close.
Does the song have a name? You said it was about the club, so...
Yeah. It's called My Song, Your Note. We are going to look at the music later, and we're going to see if it actually is called My Song, Your Note. Because everyone brings something so unique to the club. It's completely different from how I first imagined it, I think. But I was like such a selfish perfectionist. It shouldn't be about me, it should be about everyone. And it's all of you who help. I'm gonna turn that a little bit more. There we go. And it's all of you who help shape the club into what it is. I would never change that.
Well, I think that's really thoughtful. And kind of flattering. Yeah, part 1 by the next part of the month, fucker. No, we still got 3 more, dude. We still got plenty more to go. And kind of flattering. I kind of feel like I don't deserve this much validation. I wasn't exactly very patient either when I first joined the club. Makes me feel like I should probably apologize too. I think I was just really fed up with a lot of things, and I got frustrated after not getting my way in the club. So, yeah. No matter what universe we're in, I still don't know how to apologize. I really didn't mean to take it out on you. I was being really immature. If you get my stern butt to apologize, I guess you're doing something right.
It's fine. I'm past it too. I think we're already even. But it's really sweet that you were thinking about it. It takes a lot of maturity to reflect on that kind of thing.
Well, I wonder who I got it from.
Hmm?
Oh, never mind. Well, anyway, we're even as long as you let me keep my manga in the club room. You did admit that it's a form of literature. You totally can't take that back now.
You got me. The closet's all yours.
I'll tell you what. I'll bring in a little something for the club tomorrow. I want to do something nice in return. We're getting cupcakes! Let's go!
What kind of little something? What kind of little something?
Oh, you'll see. But I don't think you'll be disappointed. If they don't show us fucking cupcakes, I swear to God, the next club meeting ends up being a particularly tasty one. Still don't get to see the cupcakes. Damn it! It's in here somewhere. Where is it? There it is. My song, your note. Plot twist: potassium cyanide cupcakes. Actually, little cat cupcakes. Made of cats. That might have been a little too dark for me, but